What up everyone? So I know Mai's probably giving you a whooping, which is why you clicked on this video. So let's try to fight back. So first impressions of Mai, she's a very strong character in my opinion. I don't think like she's the best in the game, but she's definitely tricky and it's gonna take some time to get used to her. And I've been getting, just annihilated by her online by some very strong Mai players. And this is what I found in the match that helped me quite a bit. So hopefully it helps you too. If it does, like, comment, subscribe, and let's get at it. Alright, so the first thing you need to know about Mai is she is what we like to call auto footsies, and what I mean by that is a lot of her good normals will push her forward. So Fierce Punch pushes her forward. You're going to see why that's important after. Roundhouse moves her forward. Crouch Medium Punch moves her forward very quickly as well. Even things like Crouch Fierce will move her forward. So the reason this is important is Mai is a very good spacing trap character. So you're going to see a lot of Mai's online that are going to use her walk speed, which is very fast. It's just like Chun-Li's. And they're going to wait to get out of range because a lot of her normals will push her forward. So if you see Mai moving backwards, first thing you got to do is walk towards her. Like, take that space yourself. Don't try to whiff normals, because if you whiff normals, because they move her forward, look how far I can punish things like even Crouch Medium Kicks from, because things like Crouch Medium Punch move you so far up, even the Roundhouse like that. So a lot of Mai's online are just fishing for these spacing traps. So if you see them moving back, they're trying to bait you out. Do not fall for it and take the space that they give you. Alright, so the next thing you gotta explore is how to deal with her corner shimmy and throw loop. So this is gonna be a big part of her offense, and you just have to build the muscle memory to just improve on it a little. I know it's very hard, but here's one way you can do it. So the first thing you want to do is set 2 replays. The first one is going to just look like this. It's going to show Mai just doing her regular throw loop. So if I try to jab out of this, it's perfectly timed that she's going to get me out of it. So look, there's nothing I can do in terms of just matching jab. I'm going to get good. I'm going to get hit, so you know that the throw loop works. The next thing you want to set up is Mai doing a shimmy. So if I throw on wake up, she's going to walk backwards, and then in theory I got shimmied. I'm going to be eating a big damage combo. So this is very hard to learn how to do. It takes tons of practice before the muscle memory builds in. What you want to do is first set only the throw loop replay on, and just get comfortable with delaying throwing on the very last frame like that. So I hear a sound, and you know what? If Mai throws me, she throws me. But I know I got a couple frames still available that I can throw, get the tech out. Building this muscle memory is extremely important, because that little frame or two of patience will make it harder for you to get shimmied, because you know what? You're comfortable sitting back. See, I didn't hit throw there, and trying to delay on the very last frame. If I get hit, I get hit. That's just the risk versus reward in this game. But getting hit with a throw is much better than getting hit by a shimmy in this game. So you want to make sure you practice that to your best ability. It takes a lot of time, but guess what? It's not only going to help you in the Mai matchup, it's going to help you in every matchup where there's a lot of shimmy characters. Go in there, practice this a couple times a week, and work on that delayed tech. Now, probably the most important part is just dealing with her fans. And I'm not talking about her perverted fans, I'm talking about her literal fans that she throws at you. This is a big part. They're just crushing everybody right now, and here are some things that have helped me deal with the fans. Alright, so the first thing you want to go through is if your character has a fireball, and I'll show characters without fireballs as well, don't worry. You can actually blow up either her regular fan or the charge fan quite easily with your normal fireball. So a normal fireball will beat that. If she does an EX version, obviously that's not going to go through, so you're going to have to keep that in mind. But just know if you're a fireball character, you can fight back on some of the fan nonsense. So if you're a fireball character or non-fireball character and Mai throws out a uncharged fan like that, one thing you can do is your normals, especially if they're meaty, will be able to push right through it. So you can actually kick the fan away. If you have a normal that stays out for a long time, you might want to learn the timing on these, just so you can actually fight back and then still go forward as well. You don't have to walk back and then eat the mix or the pressure. Now, if you do need to eat the pressure that she throws out with the charges, remember that each charge speed, so a light punch version, a medium punch version, and a fierce punch version, will have different trajectories of the fan. So the good thing is, if you know the fan is coming very slow like that, it's the light punch version. So why you want to watch out for that is the light punch version, after you block it, it actually does not go that high. So you have to eat the following mix. You're either going to block it or parry, because you see the fan does not go that high. But if she was to do a medium punch version or a fierce punch version, and these are easy to tell from certain distances, because look how fast the fireballs travel compared to the light version. Like, that's way faster, and then the fierce punch version is obviously the fastest version. But look, when I block these, look how high the fan goes. This is very important to remember, because now if you block it, you can walk forward if Mai doesn't drive rush forward, and even if she does, you have enough time to actually have some counterplay. So you got to see the speed at which the fans come at you. If they come fast or relatively fast, it means they're going to bounce high like that. And if they come very slow, like this one, you know that it's not going to go that high. So you're going to have to parry or block when it lands, or just try to get the read. But the speed of the fans is extremely important, and you got to watch out for it. And one bonus tip, if she charges the fan up, you actually can't use a normal to go through it. So you got to keep that in mind as well, okay? And of course, the fun doesn't end there, because it's Mai. If she does a regular OD fireball, so she only throws one, it's going to work like the fierce punch version and the medium punch version, so it's going to go high. That means if you block it on time, Ryu should be able to walk forward or go under. But if she does the full charge, so she lets everything rock, and you do that by, I think, holding the button down, like getting the charge, what happens now is you get a low and a high, so you have to eat the mix no matter what there. Don't try to, drive rush underneath. It's going to be very hard, and I don't think many characters can get through this without, having to accept it. So this is one of those situations. If she only throws one, it works like a fierce punch or a medium punch version, but if she throws all four, you're eating the high and low mix on that one. The next tip is learning some of your empty jumps, so don't always try to go for a jump attack like you see over there. This opponent that I was playing was a very good Mai day one. Like, he played her to a T, like very annoying, very strong zoning. So over here, you can see I fell for a fireball trap, or tried jumping over and going for the attack, because, we're all greedy. We want that big boy damage. But look what happens if I don't do anything here and I do an empty jump. So as soon as I'm getting ready to jump, I'm going to go to switch control, I'm going to take over, and now I'm not going to push a single button. Get used to doing an empty jump, because as you can see, she missed me with her DP there. And the beauty about this is, if someone misses a DP in this game, they're going to eat tons of damage. So don't always go greedy and try to go for the big damage like that. Just go for empty jumps. It's a lot like Ed. Empty jumps are a big problem in Ed's game. If a character doesn't have a DP that goes that far, you might be able to catch some sleeping like that, and then carry some space and hopefully get some big damage out of it yourself. And then the last tip to remember, it's all about the mental game. Mai is human too, and so is the player that's controlling her. The same thing that gave you trouble in this game can give her trouble as well. If you have your drive rush mixes on point, you're not messing up your combo potential, and you're always hitting her with max damage, you're gonna make her pay. So yeah, she gets in your head because she's so tricky and elusive to get to, but all the same things work on her. Shimmies, frame traps, they're all the same. So you got to just keep that mindset and just say, you know what? She's no different than anyone else on defense. So I got to keep that in mind when I set up my mixed game. And that's the video. I hope you liked it. Mai is such a fun character, and I hope you're having a good time with her. But don't let them steamroll you like they're doing to everybody else. Hope these tips helped you. If they did, like, comment, subscribe, and let's talk about it in the comment section. Peace out, everybody.